Hey there, my friends. Wanted to check in with you. Today, I was walking in the forest this morning, just a minute ago, and I had a little talk with my ego. And what came out was gratitude. And I said to my ego, I'll give you the whole backstory. I was just walking in the forest and I allowed myself to just vocalize, thank you to the trees, thank you to the sky, to the wind, to the birds, to the dampness, to the pine needles on the ground. I was just in this like gratitude profuse speech moment. And so then it came to mind, I want to thank my ego. My ego has been really cooperative with me lately. So I'm on day 35 of my 40-day juice fast. And I mean, so much has come to me, come through me, come out of me. And life is on a much higher frequency, a higher vibration for me now, for sure. And so, so many moments of just noticing my thoughts, noticing where my addictive, habitual behaviors are that prior to the fast were really unconscious for me. And what else? Just this feeling of calm in my body. There's an inner critic that I used to have a really hard time with hearing the criticisms, calling me stupid for making mistakes, or, get up off your ass, you're lazy. All this kind of negative chatter disappeared. And if there is any criticism, it's more of a gentle, like, whoops, okay, that happened. And it's okay, we'll just clean it up. And, oh, well, you didn't totally think that through, but that's okay. It's kind of like a kind parent now, more than this mean older sister or whatever my ego used to be. So, just so much is changing and evolving for me and clarifying for me. And we might be getting a little bit of rain. Maybe the trees are just dripping. So, just wanted to check in and say, thank your ego. Thank your ego for whatever you're being challenged with right now, because it's all very cleverly laid out in your blueprint anyway. And I think that we have a job, like your soul, your connection to God, your higher mind has its role, and then your ego has a role too. So thank your ego for illuminating these challenges and presenting you with so many opportunities to grow and to be in your integrity. Because I think what the ego has done for me the most in this fast is show me the places where I would be like living in a split mind. For instance, I watched this amazing documentary last night, The Global Awakening, and I think everybody should watch that. It was the third in the Plandemic series, a documentary created by Mickey Willis. Just tremendous. It was live streamed, so it was all this live energy to make the whole experience just that much more exciting. It was just hours of sitting there like, yay, I'm a part of this awakening. I feel like I'm a part of the awakening. So as I'm experiencing this true knowing that I'm a part of this revolutionary group, this is a revolution. And that before I was doing the juice fast, I saw myself as someone who had basically pulled away from society. And that's like a slow rolling thing where at first you start noticing, oh, I'm not going to watch television anymore. I don't believe the media. And you start pulling away from mainstream things. And I was still allowing myself to consume mainstream foods and allow myself to drink alcohol in this kind of social way. Like, oh, it's just every once in a while. It's just now and then. And even the same thing with the certain foods that I would eat that I know are don't give my body any kind of nourishment whatsoever. And once it passes through my mouth, and that feeling of like having consumed it, then my body has to deal with the consequences of whatever I put in. The body doesn't ever have a cheat day or it's just once in a while. It has to process every single thing that we put in here. And this isn't about shaming, but I'm just feeling like I was so adamant about, I will die before I take that jab. but I'll put all kinds of stuff in my body that I have no idea what the consequences are. I don't even know truly how the digestion process works. I don't know what kind of damage or what kind of, all these ingredients that are like preservatives, additives, whatever, I don't know what any of that is. I'll put that in my body, but I'm so righteous about, I refuse to do anything, big pharma. So it's just this evidence to me of a split mind. And so what this fast is showing me is that if I really want to be in integrity and really want to raise my frequency, my vibration, and like emanate out this pure light, that I have to be in alignment in all aspects of my life, not just, standing up against, the current government created headache without getting into anything, right? So being in alignment, being in integrity, full integrity, it requires discipline. It requires really looking at your thoughts and where are you allowing yourself to kind of just, get away from the attention of your higher mind, and so that's just coming up for me right now, that being in integrity means being righteous and objecting to all the poisons and all the toxins and reclaiming my energy rather than just allowing myself to kind of be mindless in some ways, but be mindful in other ways. Like, I want to be mindful all the time. And I think that it's possible to completely enjoy that and to know that you're going to have experiences around other people, feel these social pressures, or have your own habitual things that you do when you go to places like going out to eat or whatever it is, that you're going to be challenged, but you can stick to your plan of being in integrity. So anyway, that's what dropped in for me. And again, like, I'm still fasting. So at this point, 35 days into this thing, all I'm doing is making juices and drinking them. So I've taken all the food out of the refrigerator in the camper. I don't have any food in the cabinetry either. I put everything in a bin. So when this is over, I will get to report to you, am I still holding myself accountable when I'm back to having more flexibility with, putting food into my body rather than just juicing. Because it is easier to tell people right now, oh, no, thank you, I'm on a juice fast, here's my juice, and then I talk about the juice fast and that makes me feel good. But when I go back to not being this special person who's on a fast, how am I going to behave? How am I going to act? Is my ego going to challenge me to the point of, I want to give up and just give in and go back to what I was doing? Or, here comes the sun, am I going to rise? Am I going to take this opportunity as the true transformational, life-changing thing that I believe that it is? We'll see. Have a wonderful day. I love you all very much, and I will talk to you again soon.